Welcome. I'm Jordia Benjamin, Merkin Senior Coordinator of Programs and Audience Engagement at Colby College Museum of Art in Waterville, Maine. And this is Artful Healing. Artful Healing is a part of the museum's wellness initiative under the larger program, Let Art Inspire. Our theme for this month has been Time to Ground Yourself. And so far, we have looked at the work of Teresa Secord, Penobscot Barrel, 2019, through the lens of yoga and meditation. Today, we're here with Healing, a creative hands-on experience. Now, before we dive into the activity portion of this program, let's first hear from the artist herself, Teresa Secord.
My name is Teresa Secord, and I'm a traditional Penobscot basket maker living in Farmington. I was born in 1958 in Portland, Maine, and have been weaving ash and sweetgrass baskets for about 32 years. Having learned from the late Madeline Tomerche on Indian Island when I was working as a staff geologist for my tribe in the 1980s. At that time, the Penobscot and Passamaquoddy tribes had just won the largest land claim in United States history. I was hired to conduct a geologic assessment of the reacquired trust lands, a job which lasted for about 15 years. While I was living and working on the reservation, I soon became a student of our once flourishing and then nearly lost ancestral art of basketry, and I worked with my mentor for 5 years. During this time, I also helped form the Maine Indian Basket Makers Alliance with elders from the Maliseet, Micmac, Passamaquoddy, and Penobscot tribes to help save our endangered art form. I worked as the director for 21 years when we managed to lower the average age of basket makers and increase numbers in all 4 tribes. More recently, and due to the pandemic, I have myself returned to my weaving and especially my teaching, and I'm now mentoring my 28-year-old son, Caleb Hoffman, who's on staff at Colby College as an assistant swim coach for the Colby Aqua Mules. I'm honored to share these thoughts about the Penobscot Barrel that I donated to the Colby Art Museum in 2019 at the end of the groundbreaking Weewanigan exhibition. This piece, woven of ash, sweetgrass, and cedar, is dedicated to my great-grandmother, Philomene Salas Nelson, and it's a scaled-down replica of one of her baskets. To me, the piece represents the theme, Time to Ground Yourself well, in that she was grounded in her own indigenous cultural values and exercised her sovereignty as an independent entrepreneur, weaving and selling her baskets, especially during a time when rural women were largely relegated to the house and the work therein. This is how I see myself too, grounded in my cultural values and work. And I salute my great-grandmother and her fortitude and resilience, from where I draw my own strength and sense of groundedness. Thank you.
Now, we'll join our partner, Bodhi Simpson, a licensed art therapist and artist who will guide us through our program.
Hello, my name is Bodhi Simpson and I'm a registered art therapist. As an art therapist, my role is to help people learn how to express themselves in creative ways and to increase their self-awareness by building a relationship to what they've created, to learn new skills and to learn new ways of being in the world. During our time together today, we're going to learn how to cultivate the experience of being fully grounded and present in our physical bodies, using our imaginations and the creative process. We are going to complete a finished product today, but the most important part of our experience is to stay present to what we're thinking about and what we're feeling as we're creating. In our lives, many things can trigger us and knock us off our foundations. It's easy for us to get caught up in our thoughts and fears and worries when we're feeling ungrounded and disconnected. It's extremely important that we learn how to be fully grounded and present and to find that centered place within ourselves so that we can take responsibility for making choices moving forward based on how we actually feel in this moment, not based on a past experience or a future worry. today's offering is not a substitute for therapy. So I encourage you to please take good care of yourself. And if something comes up that's in need of deeper healing, please seek the support of a therapist, friend, or family member. And today's offering is recorded, so feel free to stop the video at any time to go deeper within your own process, and then resume when you're ready. As we get ready to begin, I would like you to just take a moment and find a safe space in your home. You may even consider a place that you would visit each time you engage in these creative meditation practices each month. This would be a place where you feel you can relax, you can get to that peaceful space inside of yourself, and where you'll be uninterrupted for at least up to 30 minutes. In this space, you would turn off your cell phone. Sometimes people like to light a candle or play soft music in the background. Whatever would help you to really anchor into that safe, peaceful state in yourself. Today's recommended materials are cardboard. I recommended about 8 by 12, but you can use smaller or larger based on what you have. You may also choose to use canvas if you have that at home, or different size papers. Really, as we move forward, please feel free to modify the materials as you feel comfortable based on what you have at home or what you're inspired to use. I've also recommended an assortment of acrylic paints, some different size paintbrushes, some paper towel and a cup of water to clean off your brushes, and maybe another piece of cardboard or a paper plate to use for a palette for your paints. So the experience we're going to be practicing today is using the creative process, again, to cultivate the experience of being grounded and present in our bodies. So we are going to create an active meditation of our grounding tree. And this is a sample of what yours may resemble, but what I'd like you to know is there's really no right or wrong. So I'm giving you a suggestion to continue cultivating this feeling state, but allow yourself to let it go to whatever level feels right for you. So what I'd like you to do, you're going to lay out all your materials on the table in front of you. You're going to get out your cardboard or your canvas or paper. And you're going to just gently close your eyes. We're just going to do a brief warm-up. You're going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just noticing if you're carrying any tension or heaviness in your body, and just gently breathing into it. In order to begin this process, it's important that we feel safe in our bodies and that we find a way to clear our minds a little bit. So with your eyes closed, I'd like you to bring up into your awareness in your mind's eye the color for you of peace, safety, possibly happiness. Really whatever colors come to mind that feel right. And you might actually physically be seeing the colors in your mind's eye, or you might just simply be imagining that you're seeing them. When you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. And no worries if you didn't see a color. What I'd like you to do is just look at your paints and just allow yourself to be drawn to the colors that feel peaceful to you. And what I'd like you to do is just take some time and connect to the flow and letting go of perfection, and just simply cover your canvas, cardboard, or paper with these colors. And I'd just like you to practice. Just practice really holding these feeling states as you cover the canvas. Sometimes, to get out of my head, I might even smile and be slightly amused that I'm doing it. Kind of pulls you out of judgment. Remember, there's no right or wrong. You might have one color, you might have 5. You're just covering it. We're creating safe space to plant our trees. once you've accomplished that, to prepare for our next step, we're going to participate in a brief guided visualization. And this is because our minds are extremely powerful and our bodies respond to what we're thinking about. So we just want to allow a little bit of suggestion in our minds, just to soften our typical patterns of thought. So when you're ready, I'm going to have you place your feet flat on the floor. Sit up straight. Close your eyes, and again, you're going to take another deep breath in till it almost hurts to breathe any deeper. Hold it. Breathe down through your body. And this time, I'd like you to bring your awareness to the base of your tailbone, to the bottoms of your feet. You're going to take another deep breath in till it almost hurts to breathe any deeper. Hold it. And as you breathe out, you're going to direct your breath down through your spine and down through the bottoms of your feet. And out of your spine and the bottoms of your feet, you're going to begin to grow your grounding cords. Your root systems, they're going to go down with every out breath, down through the floor, down through the crust of the earth. You may be physically seeing these roots in your mind's eye, or you may simply be imagining that you're growing them. And I really don't want you to get caught up in having it be perfect, because the truth is that our mind doesn't know the difference between what's physically happening or what we're imagining to be happening. So I'm just really teaching you how to start to direct your mind, direct your energy for your benefit. So again, take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to allow your roots to go deeper and deeper down through the layers of the earth. And with trees, the roots actually go out as far wide as they do deep. So with every out breath, imagining the roots expanding wide and going down deeper and deeper and deeper. And when I do this, I also like to imagine that my roots interconnect with the other root systems, all the trees around me, giving me that extra connection and support. So breathe down through your roots, down until they reach the molten magma, the center of the earth, where they find a large boulder. And you're going to take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to allow your roots to wrap around and around and around the boulder at the center of the earth, really anchoring in your energy. And for a moment, I'd just like you to bring your awareness to the bottoms of your feet on the floor and to your seat muscles on the chair. And just notice what it feels like to be inside of your clothing and underneath your hair. And you may also notice what it feels like to have your breath coming out of your nose onto your top lip. Just notice that you feel a little bit heavier, a little bit more grounded and present. And what I'd like you to do next is you're going to imagine that your roots are drinking up this lime green energy from the center of the earth. So as you take a deep breath in, just imagine breathing up that lime green earth energy up through your roots, up through the bottoms of your feet. And when I do this, I can feel almost like a tingling. And it's going to expand through your entire body until this lime green energy is beaming out of your eyes and your ears and your mouth and your nose and your fingertips. Just fully connected to the earth's energy. And now that you're feeling very grounded and present, I'd like you to imagine that your body is your trunk. And now that you have a solid root system and your trunk is connected, as you take a deep breath in, you feel safe to expand your branches up toward the sky, up toward the sun, really opening and expanding to the experience of being in your body and in your life, being who you are. And in order to continue to grow, you must drink in through your branches the golden sunshine So I'd just like you to take a moment and imagine breathing in the golden sunshine in through your branches. It's going to go down through your body and beam out of your eyeballs and your ears and your nose and your mouth. Fill up your heart, beam out of your fingertips, down through your legs, and down through your feet, down into the earth. And this experience, you feel equally connected to the earth's energy and up into the sky. You're standing tall. And as this experience of being an old wise tree, you start to realize that when you're fully grounded and present, it doesn't really matter what triggers life brings you. You're not going to be knocked off your foundation. You're going to stay fully grounded and present to how you feel, because you know that feelings are information. And you're going to get curious about what they're teaching you. You're going to make space to honor them. And you know and you trust that you're going to be able to make a decision from your heart, from the truth of how you actually feel moving forward. When you're ready, I'm going to have you just gently put some pressure on your thighs, maybe on your heart center, at the center of your chest, maybe your cheeks or your forehead, and open your eyes. And as we create, we're going to create consciously. So what I'd like you to do is you're going to practice holding this experience of being grounded and present in your body as you're creating. So you're going to be drawn to the colors that feel like you. What would your trunk look like? And what you're going to do is you're going to paint your trunk onto the canvas or the cardboard. And with every breath out, you're going to grow your roots down deeper and deeper into the earth. Remembering they're going as far wide as they do deep. If you notice your mind floating away, you take a deep breath in. And you continue to breathe down through your body, down through your roots as you paint them onto the cardboard. You're going to continue painting your root system until you feel really anchored into your body and into your life. And then when you're ready, as you breathe in, you're going to begin to expand your branches up toward the sun. And feel this expansion in yourself as you're painting. Maybe for the first time, you're feeling safe to be fully grounded and present in your life. You're going to continue painting your branches and your root system till it feels right. And you're just going to follow your own sense of beauty until your painting feels complete. There may be more details you want to put on here. You may choose to put some soil or some grasses, some leaves or flowers. You may even have creatures that appear. Just allow yourself to create until it feels done. Once you've done this, what I'd like you to do is you're going to clean up your art materials. You're going to take your creation and you're going to place it about 3 to 5 feet out from you. And when I'm working with myself, I put it on my bureau or my altar. And when working with clients, I place it actually on the furniture across from them. Because what happens is when you can separate yourself a little bit from what you've created, you're able to step into something called the witness perspective, where you can connect to what your painting reminds you of, what it feels like, and allow new awarenesses, new questions, new experiences to arise. You may sit with this in contemplation, you may journal. But what we're doing is we're building a relationship with what you've created so that you can continue to learn and grow and be your best self. Another way you can consciously work with your painting is, as you see, I have one here in my office. You can place it in your meditation space or the space you're in most often. And then you take time every day to take that deep breath in, to grow your roots down, to have this visual anchor of this embodied experience that we practice today using the creative process and using our imaginations. By creating consciously while at the same time growing this feeling state within ourselves, we've actually bookmarked in our subconscious mind and our physical body what this experience feels like. So every time you look at this image, it's going to remind you. I invite you to practice this experience several times a day, but at least every day, so that you know, so you have a baseline for what this feels like to be really fully grounded and present. And remember, some of us have become so good at avoiding how we feel, or we've never had it modeled or never been taught to really honor how we feel as a teacher. So it may take you a while to really learn what this feels like. And then the goal moving forward is to have this experience be your baseline for the rest of your life, so that you notice when you are knocked off your foundation, and now you have a tool for how to get back on track. Another suggestion that I might make is, grounding is simply connecting to Earth's energy. So go outside and connect with nature. Nature is nurturing and very healing. Maybe consider walking outside barefoot, breathing in the air, feeling the rain on your face. And you can simply imagine that with every step, you're growing your roots. Thank you so much for joining us for our first Artful Healing program and for creating space to ground yourself into your wellness journey. I hope that you enjoyed creating your own grounding tree painting, and also the experience of learning how to weave safe and nurturing spaces where you can connect more deeply to yourself and to the earth. I look forward to creating with you again on the third Monday of next month. See you then.
I hope you have enjoyed today's program, and I encourage you to spend the last week of this month journaling your wellness practice. I also encourage you to either visit or revisit our previous programs, Artful Movements and Artful Meditation. Please like and follow us on all of our social media accounts at Colby Museum, and visit us on our website, colby.edu/museum, to stay updated on all of our museum at home programs. And like always, from our museum home to yours, take care, and I will see you next month, October 19th, for another Artful Healing.